Good morning, students. Today our class is Social Science and we will study unit number 8, The Glory of Bharat Varsha. I am not reading textbook because it is a huge chapter. I am reading its summary that you can understand whenever you read your textbook. Let's study. Since ancient times, people of various tribes and sub-tribes have come to India, attracted by the prosperity of India. As a result, there is a confluence of diversity in Indian culture. Jawaharlal Nehru calls it unity in diversity. In ancient India, there was an arrangement of various tools and irrigation facilities developed for farming. At that time, wheat, barley, paddy, jawar, millet, sesame, peas, etc. were cultivated. The plough spade toy has been found in Harappa culture. Thus, it can be said that plough would be used in farming that at that time. 2500 years ago, the iron tools like an axe, plough, sickle, etc. were used in the field of agriculture. In ancient time, canals, wells, lakes, and artificial reservoirs were created for irrigation. In North India, the head of village was called Gram Bhojak. The Gram Bhojak was selected mainly as the biggest landowner of the village. This post remained hereditary. The king also gave the responsibility of collecting revenue to the Gram Bhojak. There were three types of people in South India: big landlords, small farmers, and landless laborers. In ancient times, a fort was built to protect the capital. Spherical walls, known as wells, have been found in many cities. These wells were used for toilets or for dustbin. In ancient times, the people generally wore two cloths. The cloth of lower part of the body was called nivi, and the cloth of upper part was called vas. The cloth like dupatta was called adhivas. Historians divided ancient India into two parts: fine arts and performing arts. Fine arts include drawing, painting, literature, architecture, music, clay art, etc. Whereas performing arts include dance and drama. Indian literature is divided in three sections as religious, non-religious, and the descriptions of foreign travelers. Vedas are the oldest religion literature of the India. Brahmin texts and Aranyaks were created to explain Vedas. Brihadanayak text was the most important text of Aranyaks. Shatapath Brahmin and Gopath Brahmin were also the important text. In the epic of Ramayana and the Mahabharata, there is a triangular confluence of ancient Indian society, culture, and religious. The Mahabharata, written by Ved Vyas, was initially known as Jai Sanhita. The Ramayana, written by Valmiki, depicts social life and moral standards along with the story of Lord Rama. The number of Upanishads is 108. The Upanishads like Katha, Ken, Prashna, Mudak, Mandukya, Ishavasham, and Chandogaya were the great texts of Indian philosophy. The number of famous Puranas are 18. Vishnu Purana, Gaud Purana, Vayu Purana, Matsya Purana, etc. are the main Puranas. Bhagavat is known as our special text. The original text of Buddhism is called Tripitaka. It includes Sukta, Sukta Pitak, Vinaya Pitak, Abhidhanam, Dhamma Pitak. Beside these stories, Dighaneya, Aguttamniyaka, Majji Manakiya, Milind Panho, and Sri Mulaka Kalpa, and important texts of Buddhism. Moreover, Brihat Katha, Harivanshi Vasudevi की सिद्धि सिद्धहेमा सिद्धेम शब्दानुशासन दयाक्रिया कृति kaumadi etc. are the main text. In Tibetan language, two samhitas like Kangyur and Tengyur of Buddhist texts are famous. Jain texts are called Agam texts. They are 12. The ancient literature of Jainism is divided into 14 parts and 12 angas. The main texts of Jainism include Agam, Acharang, and Vaitilak, Dasha Vaitalak Sutra. Literature which contain non-religious content is called non-religious literature. It includes poems, dramas, prashastis, grammar texts, and smritis. The smritis are the Hindu law text of India. They include Manus Smriti and Narad Smriti. Arthashastra of Chanakya Kautilya is a famous law text. The great poets like Kalidas, Vas, Shudrak, Bharavi, etc. were the great poets of Sanskrit literature. Avigyaram Shakuntalam, Raghuvanchanam, Meghdutam, uh, Kirat, Juniyam, Sapnava, Vasavardhanam, and Mirchika Kirtam were the important epics and plays. The Sangam literature, known as the special literature of South India, was written in the first three content of the Christian era. Sangam literature include heroic poems like Shilapa di Karam and Mani Mekhalai. Ashtadhyayari of Panini is the biggest grammar text of Sanskrit literature. Foreign travelers, Megasthenes in the period of Chandragupta Maurya, Phain in the period of Chandragupta II, Hivensan in the period of Harshavardhan etc. came to India. The remains of carriage, dockyard and warehouse has been found in the Lothal, the port of Harappan civilization. From India to Europe through the waterways via Central Asia, cotton cloth, silk cloth, and spices were exported, while gold and silver were imported. The road on which the merchants from China used to travel taking silk cloth of India is called Silk Route. The paintings associated with the Indian culture have been found in large number in the caves of Ajanta Ellora. Bhaga and Amaravati. The paintings of Ajanta Ellora are world famous among them. The world famous paintings of Padmapani in the jewel of Indian culture. The Shiva temple, Kailash temple of Ellora is the greatest sculptures carved from a single rock. The, the sculptural art of Indian is divided into two parts, Gandhar art and Mathura art. Gandhar art was the confluence of Greek and Indian style, while Mathura art was the completely Indian style. The architecture of Buddhism includes stupas, uh, chaityas, and vihars. Stupa means a small dome shaped architecture. The stupa of Sachi, Lumbini, and Sarnath are the main stupas. Kushinara constructed a huge stupa named Shahaji Ki Deri in Purupur or Peshawar. Caves were made by carving mountains for Jains and Buddhist monks. These places were known as vihars. Jain and Buddhist monks studied in these vihars. Gomoteshwar, the giant statue located in the Saravam Belgadua is world famous. There are five Vidyapits are famous in the field of education in ancient India. Takshashila in Gandhar, Nalanda in Bihar, Vallavi in Gujarat, Vikramshila and Anantapuri in Bengal. Nagarjuna, the principal of Nalanda Vishwavidya, was the great chemist. He started using mercury as the medicine for the first time. The oldest coins in India are known as the Panchamark coins. After that, Indo-Greek kings started the special type of golden coins. The base coin found belong to the Gupta era. India's great culture heritage is unique throughout the world. So here this 8th chapter is completed. I will give you workbook work. Okay. Thank you very much.